It is time. The Gears Pro Circuit Las Vegas Open.
Solon comes in, saving the round.
Oh my God!
Another one. The headshot coming through.
Oh my God!
What did we just see?
He gets the triple. He's not done yet. He's not done yet. Domination coming through, taking them down one by one.
But now, oh, they get the neutral of 209. Are you serious?
How does that miss?
Woo, baby, Las Vegas was hyped last time we were there.
Yes, it was.
Circuit, April 6th through 8th, the Las Vegas Open. Tickets, of course, now on sale. Recommend you grab them because Las Vegas, well, it was
pretty lit.
Yeah.
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 It's gonna be very, 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 very hard to top the last one, but I'm pretty sure we all can come together and do so. We will be going back to the Caesars Entertainment Studios.
Shout out to them. They're awesome.
Yes, the Caesars is amazing. They're not awesome. They're amazing.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. It's truly a good time, and honestly, I recommend you guys go. Even if you can't get a team, just go spectate, because we say it all the time, and I'm sure pretty much everywhere you go, all you'll hear, if you're in North America or Europe as well, you know, Mexico audience, Mexico crowd, Mexico chanting, Mexico. Someone else has to step up, man. Vegas is a hell of a place to do it.
And speaking of the amazing Latin American region that supports us, we got our Latin American 2K final coming up now.
Okay.
We're going to be having Roninhq versus World's Best Gaming. And when we saw these guys last time on the 2K perform, it was little connection issues, and you know, somebody came in late and it became, you know, not the Latin American showcase. It became not the Latin American final, but more of a showcase match because somebody was late and we got to keep the show on the road. So this is almost like a little grudge match now.
All right, a little bit of revenge coming through. Of course, it will be a best of 3. There's a look at our maps, Harbor, Dam, and Lift. Obviously, before the commercial break as well, Guy was teasing announcements, as he has done already. Well, you know, in that commercial break, I got a little jealous of you, Guy. I went back, I asked, hey, what's the special announcement? They wouldn't tell me. Apparently, I'm kept in the dark now, too. So I'm just excited.
Just locking you out.
It's going to be...
change the keys on you,
they have,
damn it.
Man. Like, you got all ownership of the keys now. But I believe it's going to be before the next series. Is that right, Guy? I think that's right.
Yeah,
right?
No,
before the North American 2K final. We're going to spill the
it.
beans. Well, I say we. Guy's going to spill the beans on all the intel he has. And, you know, I'm going to be as surprised as everyone watching at home, which is kind of killing me. Because I want to know. I don't like it when people know things that I don't know.
You know what? And we're like one being at times. You know what I'm saying? So you should technically know the things that I know.
And you should know the things that I know.
Exactly, right?
So tell me.
Duh.
You should tell me now, Guy.
All right, guys, we're going to be hopping on board with our Latin American 2K final. World's Best Gaming versus Roninhq. And we're going to have a little issue to connect it. Now Vince is going to be haggling me, you know.
Me? Haggle you? Never.
You know? Okay, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
We'll wait.
But we're going to get the
time.
Yeah, we're going to get the...
It's a snowstorm outside. We ain't going anywhere.
Yo, you're right. We're really not going anywhere. You know,
you see how I looked when I came in the office?
Yo,
so
like my whole beard had like icicles in it.
It's bad here.
I need to buy some... What I need to do is I need to buy some new, like, some like snowshoes. Because, like, after the last rainstorm we said, I was like, oh, this is probably going to be the last one. I'm not gonna go. Why buy some Why buy some new winter boots now? And like winter's about to be gone.
So it's funny because I think it was about a year ago we actually had a really, really bad blizzard here, and it was my first actual ever like a blizzard. I'd never like you see it in the movies.
I think
all the time.
yeah.
It's a blizzard. Like New York is a busy place. I'm sure many of you know. Our office is slap bang in the middle of Manhattan. Last year, all of the roads in Manhattan closed. There was not a single car on the road. You were able to just walk down the street. It looked like, if you've ever seen the movie I Am Legend, that was what it was basically like. It was just emptiness. And I was just walking down the road. I walked past Grand Central Station. Nobody was there. I had weirdest thing in the world.
And this is last year, right?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, I remember because I was out there too. I had a mixer event that weekend.
People are saying that this storm could be as bad as that.
Ooh.
Which isn't, that's not.
We got flights tomorrow.
I know. I got places to be.
We got places to be.
And well, I don't know. I got to try and get home tonight too. It really is coming down outside.
It is. You know, hey, well, worst case scenario, you know, we'll have mojitos in the airport and you know, listen to
10 a.m.
Jason Mraz and pretend we're in Hawaii or something. Who knows what'll happen?
Yeah, we got to spend our Sky miles somehow. We should go on a trip to Hawaii.
Yeah. Ooh.
In fact, you know what we should do? We should let the community vote where we go.
Oh, shut up! And we vlogged the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm just hey.
Yo,
here's
odds.
Paul. Let this be. I don't need odds.
You don't need odds?
I don't need
All
odds.
right,
Let this be my last ask on a poll.
That,
for Gears of War.
don't be breaking my heart
my
like that,
my
fam.
finale for an ask of a poll. Where should Ben and Blaze vacate?
So do we want to give them options?
All right. Well, you pick one. I pick one, and let the community pick a place.
Okay, let the community pick a place.
We got Sky Mouse. I'm down.
Okay, well, okay, let's. Japan was.
Japan. You want to pick Japan?
Well, Japan is definitely gonna be on the list.
Okay,
Are we talking domestic? You want to do domestic?
Dude, I'm down with whatever.
Oh, international as well.
Yeah, I'm down with whatever.
Okay, so all right, I'm
Japan.
I'm gonna go Hawaii first on the list.
You're gonna go Hawaii first on the list. Ooh, I see your Hawaii. I see your Hawaii, and I raise you a Bora Bora.
Gosh.
Too far?
Look at COD money.
All right. I withdraw the Bora Bora.
No, don't worry, I like A.
You said,
I know you got my back.
I go one. Colorado for a ski trip.
Yes. Okay, I'm cool. I like that one.
How about
Colorado.
that? We go Aspen for a ski trip.
Okay, so we got Hawaii, Aspen,
And then let the community pick.
you can.
While they do that, World Best gonna kick Ronin's ass in round 1.
Hey, World's Best is out here. All right, we'll see what
I don't
these
even
weapon
bother. We're
placements
trying to
do.
figure out where we're going on vacation. It's
No,
fine.
okay, so we're gonna do Aspen, Hawaii. Let's add Japan to the list.
Well, no, the community have to pick the third.
The third, but like the word polls working for it, and then now I can already hear Grex out there saying,
We need
I
a
can't.
fourth.
No, yeah, you gotta like be kind of, I can't just take votes unless they vote in the chat. Well, they can get active in the chat. And
Get active in the chat. That's fine.
Alright.
Let the chat pick. Chat can pick the third. Yeah.
But the poll's working for. So let's get a third out there. Let's get a third U.S.
US?
Yeah, the U.S. Since we got Hawaii in there.
How about like a I'm trying to
Miami?
think. No, I'm trying to think of like a nice like a wine tasting trip that we could go on. Like something that would bring out your like culinary, like your something cool, like somewhere with good food, like like something cool. Maybe Cali.
Yeah, somewhere. Now we gotta go to wine country.
But I want to go somewhere I've never been.
Maybe that's like Oregon.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay, Oregon. Put Oregon on the list, guys.
There you go. Just like that. Anyway, we'll let you guys vote.
We'll put Oregon
It's
on the
gonna be
list.
really awkward if they don't put a poll up now. Because we
Yeah.
spent like a round and a half talking about where you want to go on vacation. But it was a great first round from Worldsbestgaming.
And
to be honest, I was staring deeply
Don't
into
worry,
guys' eyes.
and to re-break it down, World's Best is going to take round number 1, and Ronin are going to put these markers down on the map, and we know how good Sleeper and Adverse are with these markers, but the Monkeys, that's the guy, that's the newest member, and this is pretty much his debut on Gears. No,
So, do you reckon, like, where is he from? Do you know the history
no,
of this guy?
this is not his debut. I don't think. No, yeah, this is his debut.
I personally have never seen him on Fight Night.
You sure?
I would recognize a name like that.
Okay,
That's a
true.
cool name. I like that name.
Okay, cool. But you ain't been here the last few fights.
Oh, you just gonna be like that?
I don't want to be dropping bombs and
That's fine.
Yeah,
But do you know the history behind it? Like, where is he from?
I do not know the history behind Monkeys. This is new for me. But what I do know is that the community says that he is the real deal. So I'm ready to see some real deal things from him. You feel me?
We've seen a lot of players gassed up over time. Some players come through and thrive. Others, well, they weren't able to handle the gas. We'll see if Monkeys is able to do so. Hopefully, because Fight Night's always a great platform. I said it before, to see new talent rise up to the occasion. One of the big names that comes to my mind is Godplays, right?
Yes.
Godplays last season. I mean, he came on Fight Night, and every time we watched him, it was electrifying.
It was beautiful. Now
it was wonderful.
Now we're just waiting
watch.
to see when he's gonna make his next big play.
Yep. It'll be soon. I think.
But
it'll be real soon.
it's kind of rough, especially coming to the season with like very low pro points. But who knows? Maybe something might happen to help him out too as well. So
hey, if they start winning 2Ks, he's gonna start catching up. They start going on a big run, start catching up. It's very, 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 very possible to close that gap.
So to give you guys a little bit more story about these two teams in the last Latin American 2K final, Ronin's last fifth, which was exploited at the time, he showed up late. They had to play with a fifth. They had to play with a sub, which was Choche, so this became a show match. And World's Best got that win. So World's Best had won that Latin American 2K final. Now, let's see. This was on the last time they were on Fight Night. So now this is almost like, all right, a little rematch action. Ronin, they got a new player, they got monkeys on the team, and now they're looking for redemption. Say, hey, you know what? We're about to give you guys a real fight now. No more free wins.
I don't want to make excuses, but when you do get new players, it does sometimes take a little bit of time to gel. Of course, chemistry is a big thing, especially when, of course, you have a team of 5. But you don't expect to play one of your biggest rivals and get ran through. In the first 2 rounds, it's been cruise control for Worldsbestgaming. Finally, a little bit of a response coming in from Ronin. It's Desanide trying to put the trip cap domination through, but crack. Well, he finds a crack in the defensive wall, breaks through, somehow now neutralizes the home.
And that's what you want to see out of him. You want to see that pinpoint accuracy. All right, Chaos, and bar in hand. Can't connect to that one, gonna miss that wide left, taking a lot of damage. World Best knows it, so they're gonna put that pedal to the metal, put that foot on the gas, push through. You see the flank coming in off the back end. I like the pressure by World's Best, but now you got an adverse, making sure he's controlling that ramp area. Chaos, he's in a good position now. Now, to compare to M-Bar plays, because we just seen 2 harbors back to back, and we've seen the M-Bar up top on each one of them. Now with Chaos in his M-Bar play, I feel like he's more engaged in his fight. Like he's ready to shoot, and then he's ready to spring into action, and he'll be in shotgun range if his teammate needs him to, you know? Also, he's here to make a play. He's not too far back out of the fight where he can't really help.
Guy?
Yeah.
I have news.
Okay.
Vital news.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. I want to thank everyone in the chat for voting.
Oh, they voted?
The votes are in.
Oh.
The poll was given.
It was given. Where are we going,
Ben?
It
was given. We are going to sunny Hawaii.
Oh, sunny Hawaii. Oh, I need some new swimming trunks.
41.9% said Hawaii.
What was the second?
Second was Japan at 28.6. Third was a ski trip at 21.6. No one said Oregon. Like
I was
7%.
happy you said Colorado because I actually put that on my Instagram yesterday.
Oh really?
Yeah, I put it on my Instagram yesterday. It was like Hawaii and Colorado was the 2 places I really wanted to go.
How weird is that? I just instinctively knew. I just knew.
And I actually believe that. And I can know when Benson's BSing, but he actually did not know that I wanted to go there.
Idea, but I'm dead. Anyway, all right, we're going to Hawaii. I'll look at flights later on today. We're going to Hawaii. We'll vlog the whole thing. If any of you guys want to come, let us know.
Let us know. No, for real, let us know.
Hey, man, you can get like a cool Airbnb. Woo! Here's a war trip to Hawaii.
Oh, man.
Did someone say Gears trip? Yep, that's why I heard that. We'll be there. It'll be fun. Anyway, Chaos. Looking to find this pick on Crack. Of course, Crack trying to be a nuisance over towards the A hill. Now the trip cap domination coming in again for World's Best. Look at the lead it was for Roda, 203 to 148, and it hasn't been thrown away. Surely not. Surely not. It has.
All right.
Oh,
let's get locked in, because this is a good one.
Ronin,
you know, sometimes it takes a few rounds to know if somebody's going to be the real deal or not. All right, but World's Best with this roster, I'm liking it.
I think that someone from Ronin lag out. I'm pretty sure they did here, so it could be a 5-on-4 situation. It is.
What was the name? No.
Let me see that score. What again?
Yeah. We got monkeys, camps, hampers, sleepers, Dezo.
Yes.
Okay. This should be no. I don't think you can. Okay, yeah, I don't think you can pause online. We'll see what the players do.
I think they played out.
No, I don't think they do. I don't think they do. I don't think. Yeah, out of player respect, I don't see. I see them all like not moving and spawn. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I ain't respectful.
You sure?
I'm gonna go for the throat.
Let's see if they go for the throat.
Guys, 2018, bro.
2018, savages.
You ain't got good enough internet.
See?
God damn it!
Told you, sportsmanship.
Why don't we just fly around the map? Dude.
Sportsmanship. I like to fly around the map.
Let me see some harbor. Let me see some stuff I never seen.
Yo, break down a few different key locations. And have clear
Let's be
kind of fly
educational. It's season 2. Let's teach the new viewers that were like, oh, okay, let me check out this Gears of War thing. It's harbor. We already saw the map once. May as well see it for the second time.
That's a good idea.
Either that or I can book the Hawaii trip right now.
Book the Hawaii. But yo, we need to figure out how many miles in which I think
I'll do it right now.
How many extra miles you got? Out of curiosity.
Enough.
You
know how much I travel, people? It's a scary amount.
That's true.
It is a scary.
And you know what? We'll have more miles built up by the end of the year because we got the multipliers activating as well.
Oh, you love the multipliers.
Yeah, we get miles and get like 150 extra miles.
Let's play a guessing game while we wait. Of course, as it stands.
Yeah. We're waiting for Dezo to get into the room.
He'll be back.
And keeping it fun.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna say which airline I use, but I know you use the same one as I do. So that's fine. We're going to Hawaii.
Evan said Oregon. He voted Oregon.
Why would you?
Well, because it's probably closer to him, and I think he would be down for a good wine trip through the vineyards.
What's Hawaii's code is HI, right?
HI?
Yeah.
Is it HWI? You could just.
I don't know airport
Hawaii.
codes. I did that and nothing came. Look.
Oh, Hilo. No, it could be Hilo.
Honolulu. That sounds
Hilo.
like.
Yeah, 100% Honolulu.
There you go.
Yeah.
Common sense.
Yeah.
All right. When are we going?
Let's think somewhere. Ooh, July action.
July.
Yeah. I think we don't have no scheduling conflict.
I think
July.
I'm gonna go here. This date. For how long are we going for? A week?
Yeah, let's blow the bank. We're going for a week, you guys.
Okay, we're going for a week.
We're going for a week.
All right. Searching.
He's looking.
Excited.
And this is the funny thing about Ben is that he will literally buy this ticket right now. And I'll be looking at him like, you know what, bro? The way my bank account is set up, I got to check into the savings.
I don't even
I'm
think
like,
you
yeah,
did.
well, dog, I got you.
Guess how many miles?
How many?
Guess how many miles for a trip to Hawaii? From no looking. No cheating.
I got a different airline, but I was.
Guess how many miles?
80,000. One-way trip.
Less.
Really? Well, duel go on 40,000.
All right, a little more.
50?
60.
60?
60,000.
One-way trip, 60,000.
No, both ways. Return.
60,000.
60,000.
That's it.
That is it.
Get the hell out of here, yo! I got at least 120K miles.
We're going to Hawaii. Let's go.
Oh man.
Obviously, that doesn't count for the hotel, but Airbnb.
Hey,
we got a nice little house.
The plane is taken.
You know, we could get like one of those nice little things on the beach.
We can do
like
an esports gears all access. Boom. Boom. Yo. Esports gears all access.
What do Ben and Blaze do in their spare time?
Folks,
well, we go to Hawaii.
While we get Des and I back in the game, we said that we had a few announcements for you guys early on. And
I see. Now we're going to do it.
Yeah, now we're going to do it. Now we're going to kind of go into it. We'll at least drop one of the bombs now.
Okay.
We'll at least drop one.
How many bombs are there?
It's about 3 bombs we'll talk about until I get confirmation on the other ones. We'll talk about this one, which is going to be the most which would be the most important affecting everybody overall, is that folks are going to be having a point decay.
Point decay.
Yes, we're going to be having a point decay. There will be a 50% point decay following the upcoming Gears Pro Circuit event in Las Vegas. Okay. And so that means everybody's pro points after Vegas is going to be getting cut by 50%. Now, so if you could think about it,
like that.
Because this is going to be a pretty long and sturdy season. So also at the same time, for a lot of the teams that's going to be coming up and new rosters being made and people that's coming back, it doesn't feel like the rich getting richer type thing, and you can't really fight for that #1 seed, or you can't really fight in that top 8,
right? Especially
depending on when you're starting to play, and you may be a better team, but somebody just is outseeding you. So after Vegas, the point decay 50% reduction, that's going to be happening on April 11th.
I love that number too. 50%, that's a nice number.
Affecting all regions.
Well, that gives some of the new players, obviously we were just talking about monkeys, right? How hard it is to close that gap. Well, after Vegas, make it a little easier. Of course, still 50%. It's worth mentioning, I told you. The players, they said, listen, I got places to be, I got people to see. We're playing the 2K final. But it's 2018. It's 2018. How you not got good enough internet?
And
whose man's is that?
We usually don't see issues out of Des and I.
No, we never do.
Last time we saw, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I know probably a lot of the viewers is feeling this way as well. It's no secret because the last time we saw the Latin American 2K final, Ronin also at the same time they missed the player. They was missing a player, and it was just like, all right, well, World's Best is going to come out on top. And it's just like, I want to see these two teams go at it because World's Best was giving it to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally rolled up my sleeves a little bit more. I'm like, yo, this is about to be a great 2K final. But, I would rather...
What's it?
I will say this, though. I'd rather this go down like this. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Because I don't want no other subs or nothing in here. Because Ronin can still win. I'm gonna tell you why, because this is still time for Dezo to come in the game.
I want people to realize I'm looking at Guy like he's insane.
This is a best of 3. This is map #1.
No, you're 100% right.
Yes.
There's plenty of time for him to get back, but
it's just that this is that.
Let's have a look at the information we got from when this was a 5v5.
Yeah.
The first round, I thought, all right, we got time. I'm gonna see where we're going on vacation. Well, I blinked, I looked you deeply in the eyes. We figured out 4 places we wanted to go. On World Best, whooped that ass so hard, round 1 was done.
Yeah.
5v5. Round 2. Similar story. 45-second round. Oh, done. Dusted. Round 3, Ronin player lags out, goes to them. There's no... Of the information I have, I think this was going to be taking this map. I think this was going to be a steamroll. This map, yeah. This map was going to be a steamroll. As Guy said, you know, our Latin American 2K finals, it's a best of 3, right?
Yeah.
So there's plenty of time for Ronin to change the tide on map 2 and 3. My worry is, whose map pick was this?
This was Ronin's map pick. You know, came out of
Curse of Fight Night, man. The team that picks loses.
And Desnite is back already, so.
There you go.
So he's back in the game, but you know we can't.
Difference.
Yeah, sometimes we can't hold up for too long. You know, we still got a show going on, folks. So, but you know, so that was 2 rounds that they got thrown away. 2-3 rounds that got thrown away because his disconnection. Yeah, we'll say 2.
But was it really thrown away though? Was it really? Ronin didn't start this map very well. Let me just. That's the politest way.
So Ronin comes back on the streak now.
No.
Okay.
Map 1's done. World Best, they're feeling themselves. You know, they go those good comms. Dezo, yep, he's back. He's good. He's gonna spawn back in here, so that should be good. But you know, you have to.
Never mind. That ping did not. That ping was
he
up
said,
there.
He said, "Hey guys, I'm back."
Oh yeah, that did not get regulated. So that is just a little bit unfortunate for Desonite and not able to hit next in that situation. So
all right, let's talk about this, right?
Yes.
If you are Ronin and you're down a man, how do you win the map?
Woo!
Or
So,
let's refresh. How do you win the round?
all right, so if I'm down a man and I'm in a 4v5 situation, first off, I won't boom on the map.
Okay.
So it's 100%. I need a boom shot on the map. I need something to give me some quick kills, but I also need a weapon that's gonna have these players stack up in another location, even if I'm out man. So you're gonna want to put boom shot up top somewhere. You're gonna end up trying to force a team fight. Now your opponent is probably gonna have somebody sit back and cap their home hill. So you can have a legit 4v4 team fight up top, but as soon as you probably break one, as soon as you get probably like 1 kill, you have to have somebody drop back to go get your home. Also, you gotta hope the guys win the fight up top, get boom shot, you know, and probably have 2 push for your opponent's home with that boom shot, have 1 cap, and have the rest of the guys kind of converge in that home hill. But then at the same time, you need to hope it's a higher respawn round as well.
That's
you know, in order to execute. Yeah, you need like a 16+ respawn round at that. And then at the same time, you might have to just fight the man disadvantage at boom shot somewhere. So you might have to fight a 3v4 for boom shot and still have somebody fight the 1v1 for the home hills, because if you lose a fight for the boom shot, if you got a talented 1v1 player, he can cap your home hill, destroy your opponent, cap that home hill, and if you can come away with that fight with being a man down because he was able to quick pick a boom shot, then you can get a trip cap domination early on.
Well, we're back to good old-fashioned 5v5 gameplay for the second half, which is, you know, wonderful. You'd love to see it, but World Best damage done, 6-0 lead, and for me, guy, this is just a matter of how long is Ronin going to delay the pain on the suffering. It's like a Band-Aid, right? You don't want to just slowly peel it. Just rip it off, man. Just get it done. Start thinking about map 2.
Yeah. But yeah,
we've never seen a 6-0 comeback.
We never have.
I don't think we ever will.
Yeah. And I agree. It's almost kind of like just focusing on, you know, because, and I will say that Desonite never has connection issues. So
the only team that could ever do a 6-0 comeback, up to game issue, they're never going to go 6-0 down.
That is true. We've seen them on some interesting deficits, but so what word on the street is, and I think I was asking closer to somebody. I think they said it was a Dallas event or Columbus. I can't remember exactly, but it was one event. Optic was down 6-1 to somebody.
No one's made the comeback.
No, they did make the comeback.
No.
It was a pool play game.
What was it? What was the Echo Fox lead?
Huh?
The Echo Fox lead. When Echo Fox played up
5-0.
It was 5-0?
Yeah, it was 5-0. But Optic said they made a reverse sweep comeback on somebody. It was an open bracket team. I forgot who, but because I was like, why haven't I heard about this? And other people were like, yeah, it happened. I'm like, what the hell, you know?
It's not 6-0.
No, it wasn't 6-0.
They made a 6-0. You said 6-1.
Huh?
You said they made a 6-1 comeback.
One of them, I'm pretty sure.
There's no way it was a 6-0. There's no way.
It was.
That would be like
6-1 is super impressive.
No, yeah, completely. But it's not 6-0.
But the highest we've ever seen is 6-3.
6-2.
6-3.
Sure, 6-2 on a final.
No, we did not. No, we did not.
Yeah, we did.
Well, guess what? It ain't 6-1.
You're right.
That's the simplest way I can put it. Well, it still ain't 6-1.
True.
You know?
I just want to see a 6-0. Just one time. That'd be the pinnacle.
Then you can feel like you can hang up your retirement gear.
Oh, yeah.
Gears 4, Fight Night 6.
I need a 6-0 tonight. Ronan, step it up, people. All right?
Vincent needs a 6-0 comeback tonight.
Exactly. This is a good start. Cap that hill. Cap that hill. Go on, Chaos. Go on, Chaos. I believe. Do you believe, guy? Because I'm starting to believe.
All right, let's go. Let's put our energy into it.
All aboard the Ronan 6-0 hot train comeback.
They got a lot of downs. They're gonna get this round.
First round, baby. This is how it starts.
All right, here we go.
6-1.
6 more rounds to the victory.
I believe. I never said they had to win. Oh no, they do have to win. Damn it!
You can't. No,
you can't go all that way and lose. That's a hell of a way to lose.
You can't go from about to make the greatest comeback ever in Gears history to
I'd rather get 7-0 at that point.
To choke it in the 7th round.
That would be the absolute worst way of losing. I would cry for
Or they get to the 6th round, Dezel gets hit, and then they clutch up 4v5 and still ran it around 22.
Oh no. Oh lord.
This is even dope. Oh man. It's even doper at that point.
I'm starting to get carried away.
They
won one round. They won one round out of 7. They won one round out of 7.
They're gonna do another. You know?
Statistically, that's not great. Now though, is their second round, of course, second half. So in terms of weapon placement, they can try and dictate. Well, actually, they have nothing to dictate. That's the problem, right? That's why 6-0 comebacks are very hard. It's all in Worldsbestgaming's hands. They can really put anything they want pretty much anywhere on the map.
Ooh. Crack.
My hopes and dreams of the comeback shattered by one man. Worldbest crack.
Still a 14-second respawn, and we're about to have a 2-cap on both home hill. Monkey, almost was able to get the decap and get out to cover.
Jagger over there, but doesn't really matter. Dancing and darting between the bullets ultimately falls, and Worldbest once again trying to apply the pressure.
Well, Ronan is starting to stack on a home hill because they knew that World's Best was going to be trying to put the nail in this coffin, but they do have a good defense, waiting for the more players to come off and respawn. You see those lances, as soon as those players spawn up, trying to get the pressure off this window to give their team some breathing room to kind of contend for this. And now all people on deck, and now Critical is just in a prime position. The players off respawn got to try to take them out, but they just cannot. Oh man.
Well, bye-bye 6-0 comeback, am I right?
Yeah.
That was fun while it lasted. Full of one round.
It was, like, even just hyping that up at the end
I
of
had
round
the
7.
belief. I had the belief for
we really did have the energy
one round.
going. If it was any time it was going to happen, it was right there.
Well, 7-1 Worldbest. Congrats. That's 1-0 lead. Of course, as Guy mentioned, our Latin American 2K final, it is a best of 3, so don't get too carried away. There's still plenty of work to do, still potential for a Ronin comeback, but
maybe it was a map that Ronin was going to lose anyway. You know, it
didn't look good.
You know, it didn't look good early on.
The 5v5 rounds, didn't go their way. But what was map number 2 again?
I believe map number 2 is going to be Foundation.
Does that favor Ronin a little more? Do you think?
I think Foundation is going to be one of those maps that's going to be favoring a lot of these teams. But just because the fact is that it's just that staple map. You know, it's just one of those staple maps. Ronin's good in these team fights. You know, I feel like that's one of those things that they're successful at. But from what I've seen a lot out of this, from what I've seen out of this World's Best team the last few times they've been on Fight Night, has been great. You know, like these guys have really been out here slaying them and doing good. But then at the same time, it's hard to like really be very analytical of it when we have like these issues revolving this match. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just got to try to figure it out.
Fair enough. Of course, as it stands, Worldsbestgaming 1-0 up in our Latin American 2K final. And in case you're sat at home saying, who are these guys? Well, let's find out a little bit more about Worldbest.
I want to go against the top teams. I want to learn why are they the top teams and see how we do and how we can perform. I think that the most important skill we have is that we are not afraid of anyone, we don't respect anyone, and we just play our game. Our biggest challenge would be communication. We still have to work on that. Most teams probably could underestimate us, and if they do, they're just going to get 7-0. Don't be confident against us because we're coming with everything.
love the confidence.
Yeah, I do too
Love
as well.
the confidence. I mean, don't get me wrong, borderline delusional confidence, but sometimes you do need a little bit of delusional confidence to propel you to the next level.
But that's that. Like, see, the thing is that you got to make sure, like, if you have faith in anything, at first you need to make sure you got faith in yourself. You know, that's number one.
True.
You know, you gotta have faith in yourself that you can go out there, you can dethrone some of these guys, and you can be the player that your team needs you to be. And if you don't truly believe that, then don't know what to tell you.
Why are you playing?
You know, right? You know, yeah. You just need to have that confidence.
Most definitely do. One interesting thing to note, though, they mentioned communication. Obviously, is the one thing they needed to improve. It's not really an easy thing to improve on. You know what I'm saying? Communication is one of those things where you kind of just know how to do it. You know, some players are very mute, right?
So,
and you need someone else to step up above that. Other players are very vocal. Like, I know when me and you both play video games together, no matter what the game is, we're both very, very vocal. I'm a better communicator than you are. Guy, don't do it to yourself. Don't make me embarrass you. Let's not go down like that. Let's not do this.
So you know what? I'm a better listener than you. So you might be a better.
I will agree with that.
Might be a better communicator. I'm a better listener.
I will agree with that.
You would agree I'm a better listener?
I will 100% agree with that.
Okay.
I think I communicate better, but you listen way better than I do. Because I'm too busy trying to formulate a plan for everyone. But I don't. But I'm better at communicating the plan than you are.
Okay, I'll remember this.
I will remember this too, but I will admit, you listen way better than I do.
Okay, team leader.
Okay, Alpha Squad out.
I'm expecting you to lead Alpha Squad real soon.
Roll out, baby. I'll lead you to victory all day.
You know, don't be out here doing 360s.
Don't be out here saying left, right, up, down, southwest, northeast. Doesn't help, guy.
Don't be turning around in circles. My communication is that on point where if you're turning around in circles.
Let me give you guys. All right. Before we get into this first round, I have to explain the situation. Me and Guy, you know, we often do play video games together. We're very, very good friends, as I'm sure you guys can imagine. Now, here's the issue. I'm gonna give you guys a direct Guy Blaze quote. All right, we're playing video games. This call outside going bananas. He was like, "Yo, he's to your left. He's in front of you. To your right. Down. Up. To your left. And I said,
then you told me shut the hell up.
And I said, I yelled. Yeah. I got real mad. I said, you're not helping. You're just forcing panic. You're really just yelling pointless things. We go back. We watch it. Because Guy was streaming at the time. I have the clip. If you want to see the clip, tweet me. I'll send it to you. And he goes, well, you see, my call-outs changed because you changed direction. How is that a thing?
Because my call-out started doing 360s because you were spinning around in damn circles.
But you should just say one direction. The direction isn't gonna change.
But if you're spinning around in circles,
no, because you can say one static area. Give me a proper call-out.
But you're spinning around in circles.
We ain't doing this.
Okay, we're not.
I ain't doing this right now.
But the point of it all, okay,
communication.
Yeah, communication. Okay,
that was the point.
The point of it all that I was gonna make is that sometimes you need to understand the communication patterns of all your teammates.
That is so key.
Because you're gonna have players who communicate differently, and you're gonna have some players who's gonna be fighting fights, but he's gonna be so focused up that you need to understand is you can yell at him and all this other stuff, but you just need to understand that certain players have different tendencies and figure out how each one of your teammates communicate, because most likely it's probably going to be different.
And I will say that's where playing at LAN is so much more helpful, right? Because if you do have someone, let's say I'm a mute, right? Me and you sit next to each other and you're overly vocal, that's great because you can call out for me. When I'm so focused, tunnel vision in my fight, you can just quick glance to your left, glance to your right and say, hey, you know, Ben, watch out, Ben needs help, whatever the communication is, it definitely gets a lot easier on LAN.
Sometimes you got to communicate for your teammates, man.
You do.
If you're dying and you're watching their screens, you know, make call outs for those guys. But I do want to say, good job to World's Best. We saw Ronin on the brink of a domination in round number 1, but World's Best came back out, firing out. We managed to get control over their home hill, push out B, slay about 4 players consecutively. Now you got Adverse just trying to sneak around and put his team in a better spot, but he's going to get called out. I'm loving the team fire from World's Best.
This is where it could get a little sketchy for Ronin. Yes, they have the point lead, and yes, it's a comfortable one, but it could be taken away from them at any second. As World's Best looking to apply some pressure. Chaos, however, shuts down Mello, falls himself over towards our mid-neutral. Is there anyone there to, again, try and cap it? Well, Muncie's doing a good job of trying to be the second man into the fight. Dezo shuts down Cardia, and that should be the B-Hill in favor of Ronin. And more importantly, Guy, should be round number 1 in their favor.
There you go. You're going to see Ronin, and this is what they need. And I was going to say, do I want to call it out just yet? Yep, I do. This is going to be definitely their round. But that's what you want to see. You want to see him get off to a good start early on, especially after that last map.
Yep.
And hopefully, you know, things will be good and consistent for him on this map, Damn. And you know, I really want to see what this new team is made out of.
Well, as you said, a good start for Ronin. They take round number 1. World Best showed signs of life, must be said, of course. It wasn't an easy round by any means. There was a moment where you thought, just for a second, that Ronin may have thrown away their chance of closing out the round, but now we go over to weapon placement. Of course, Boltok is going to be placed on both our home hills here. And a quick glance at our scoreboard. Nothing drastically stands out other than, of course, Advers, top fragging the entire lobby. 5 kills to his name and a down as well. Just,
and I think we may see Advers also picking up this this Boltok. Let's see. The Boltok, very, very, very popular in the Latin American region. No, it's actually going to be Monkeys and Mellow. Okay. But you get caught with one of these Boltok shots while you're in the middle of a fight, and your whole perception on life just changes. It's literally like that. You know, you think you're good, the next thing you know, you're full red or your head falls off or something.
Yeah.
One of the two.
You change the whole dynamic of a fight in a split second.
But very difficult to shoot this weapon, especially if you've never played Gears of War. It takes a lot of time to be good with this gun. Even I'm not good with this gun. I got thousands and thousands of hours on Gears of War.
You're not that bad with it. Absolutely.
Well, you know, this new one they changed the crosshairs on the Boltok from different Gears of War games. So the crosshair on this Boltok, I haven't had a lot of time to practice with it compared to others.
Advers with a double. Sleeper as well with a pick, so looking much better here for Ronin in map number 2. Of course, a bit of a brutal loss in map 1. Thanks to a little bit of a connection issue. World Best just looking better.
But this is the pressure from Ronin. On his home hill, they're going to lose Dezo in this fight. And as soon as they lost Dezo, they all backed up to try to secure this B hill. But the question is, will Worldsbestgaming allow them to set up? And I don't think they want them to. You're going to see Sleeper. He's not fully in position. He's going to be running with his tail between his legs, taking some shots. But here comes reinforcements in the trade there. Advers, Chaos, Monkeys. Going to be picking up these kills. Can Chaos, he's full red. Going to be having a 3v2 situation. World Best man advantage on the B hill.
And that was a little unfortunate for World Best because they did exactly what you wanted them to. Push the B hill as quickly as they could. Don't allow Ronin time to defensively set up, cause a little bit of chaos. Problem was they almost got caught a little bit in their own chaos, and because of that now the B hill is going to be neutral. Still a couple of Ronin players alive, and they should be good to just hold on here. Unless somehow Cartier gets a little bit of support, but you can see there's 3 players in front of him, one of which is down. Cartier trying to fight a massive, massive fight at B. Support is there, but ultimately it's not going to be enough. Ronin, they will win the skirmish, or the skirmish should say, over the B hill.
And you know what, I really like World's Best play style because I really want these guys to be very, very aggressive at all times. Always putting pressure. I want them to be the bullies of the Latin American region because I don't think Ronin is the bullies. Last season, Ronin, you know, they won a lot of 2K finals, and I feel like they didn't have as much competition. But coming into season 2, definitely a lot more competition in the Latin American region. Definitely a more even playing field. And I want this Worldsbestgaming team to just be the bullies of the region and just really just push through and just kill everybody because I think this is their play style. I think this is their identity, and they have figured that out, and it works for them. But
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I think that aggressive style, it does work, right? But the funny thing is, whenever we talk about aggressive play styles, there's a time, right? There's a time and a place where sometimes you do need to realize, wait a minute, this isn't working, right? You can't just have one plan going into a game, especially a match like a match of Gears of War Escalation, sorry, best of 3. I mean, we've seen games last, what, 2.5 hours sometimes, right? It can be a long match. Yep. If all go the distance, you really need to have multiple plans, right? It's all good and well saying let's just be aggressive, let's be fast. Well, what happens if the other team counters that? Yeah, you have to have something else in your back pocket.
You really do gotta have a different bag of tricks.
And that's the thing that worries me. That's the thing that worries me because, like, for example, now, right, we've seen World Best try and be aggressive. The prime example was that last round they flew at B. They flew at B, they caused all sorts of chaos for Ronin, but Ronin, they played so far back, they absorbed the pressure, and they still won the fight, and they locked in the hill. What happens when the aggression doesn't work? What is World's Best next move?
You know, I think all teams need to make sure they have good reactive skills. because especially when it comes down to Gears of War, being able to react on the fly and adapt to your situation is a skill that all top players should have, because you never know when a trick, like especially when we played a lot of execution, you never know when a trick strat was going to come, you know? If you're playing a team out there like Raw Talent or ZYN or the Insanes, and they catch you with some stuff you've never seen, you have to be reactive, like, you know what, I'm going to go this way, or I'm going to have to push this fight. And, you know, so I want to see more of these new school players have these skills, because I don't feel like a lot of them got that, because they haven't been in a lot of situations where they had to be reactive. Right. Just based off on how, you know, escalation is at times. But if your opponent throws something that's very unfamiliar, you're like, hold up, man, just push the home hill. It could be as simple as that. It's like, man, we just gonna flank them and push the home hill and keep it simple, you know?
Let them dance around and be fancy all they want. Doesn't matter, and Ronin are responding here in map 2. And
this is what I want to see.
Fashion.
This is what I want to see.
3-0 lead. A great response after what happened in map 1. And again, for World Best, this is where you need that backup plan. Is the backup plan going to be a boom down at platform or pit? That's something that they should be considering. Well, they decide to go that route. There it is, hovered.
Yep. Yeah.
It is locked.
Yeah, they watch Fight Nights.
I still got it.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Look at you. I'm so proud of your developments as a Gears of War caster, man. You know, when you be making call-outs, that just makes you proud. I feel like a proud BFF.
Proud. You're my Yoda.
There we go. My young Padawan.
Boom placed. Now, of course, can World Best actually use it? Change things up a little bit. Not liking that up-top fight. Change of pace here. Will it still be Ronin, though, that walk out with the advantage? Dezo going to be pushing through the smoke. Needs to be careful. Adverse draws the first blood of the round. Crack goes down, crystallize, and critical. Both fall. So, well, boom, that wasn't the solution I'm sure World Best was looking for this round.
Yeah, I don't think it was either. You know, but you know, they kind of got wiped early on. Cardia trying to keep him in it. He's going to take some damage and he's going to fall as well. Still, no heals capped early on in this round. But I'm going to tell you why I also love the boom placement. I'm going to tell you also where a lot of teams make mistakes as well. A lot of teams prepare to win matches against teams at a certain tier level. You know, like if you're practicing to mainly beat a team that's, you know, top 12 or top 8 caliber, and let's say you finally get over that hump, it's like, yeah, we did it. But then you come across a top 6 team in their playstyle, and you're just like, we don't know what they're doing. You know, we don't know what's happening, and now you got to kind of go back to the drawing board and figure that out. That's like a step-by-step process. But I love it more if you're always playing to beat the #1 team. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're playing to counter the #1 team or beat the #1 team at their own game, because I feel like if you're aiming that high on those adjustments, then all the teams below them will also get caught in that crossfire.
I will say the only way I'm different to you in that is I don't just look at the #1 team, I look at the #1 and #2 team, right? Because especially in a game like Gears, for example, Optic Gaming and Echo Fox's playstyle can be so different.
Yeah.
You look at what Echo Fox did for so long, hunting down Optic Gaming. They tried to counter that, and then all of a sudden, you have other teams start to catch up a little bit, and then all of a sudden, Echo Fox is dropping maps to teams which you never really thought. And that #2 spot wasn't really as clear as it used to be. Now, of course, you can make the argument that they're back as the #1, #2 teams, and you can't really make an argument. But still, if I'm an amateur team, I'm thinking, all right, let me master the top 2 teams' playstyles, counter them, and then I don't think there's anyone that can beat you.
That's true. And then you, I agree, like, because everybody else below them will fall by the wayside, you know, once you start adapting that playstyle. And that's just, you know, that's also, you know, just keeping up with the meta, man. You know, if you want to make it even simpler, if you look at other esports, it's going to be a meta on certain situations, and you play to that meta, and then you find little ways on how to change from it, you know. But if you don't understand the meta, that's step 1.
Yeah, then you're probably struggling from the beginning.
Yeah, you are struggling from the beginning if you don't get that part. So, but you know, one beauty is about escalation is that it is possible to have many different metas if you want, but you know, it's some that's better than others.
Absolutely.
It's just as simple as that.
Games take a long time. And
yeah.
It's all good and well going, again, we say this all the time, it's all good and well having a plan at the beginning, right? But odds are your plan's going to have to change at some point. Unless you're absolutely bullying your opposition. Point in case right here for World Best. The first 3 rounds not really gone their way. Is round 4 gone their way? Not really. You know, they didn't really lock down Boom for the beginning. They didn't get the second one. Now there's a huge point deficit. They basically rely on this final push to come through, but, well, guess what happens when you don't have Boom and the opposition do? It's very easy to get multi-kills, as you see right there. Ronin, they're going to be good here to lock in round number 4.
Yes, they will. And Ronin looking good. 4 straight rounds. And this is map pick was World's Best. This is World's Best.
The curse continues.
The fight night, only when you're back, right?
Was it not like that in the past couple
No, it
weeks?
wasn't like that beforehand, really.
It's me. I
think it is.
I'm
yeah.
a curse. I
You know,
apologize.
and so for you guys who are unfamiliar with what that curse is, the curse is that the maps in which the teams pick, they lose them.
Which makes 0 sense.
Like E4 picked Harbor. E4 picked Harbor. They took an L on that one. So yeah, so whatever map the teams pick, they lose them.
Makes predictions kind of easy now.
It does, right? So with that said, that means World's Best is gonna end up winning the 2K.
Well, congratulations, World Best. You're our Latin American 2K champs.
But it hasn't really been like that. I can't say it's been like that in the Optic versus Echo matches. Those kind of go either way. But you know, we always know that that's a whole different tier of casting and predictions and.
Is worth mentioning as well. That's going to be the last series of the evening.
Correct.
North American 2K final. Of course, Guy still has some announcements he's kept very close to his chest. Still to come. 2 more, right?
Yeah, 2 more, which we'll announce those before. And you know, we may talk a little bit more about the point decay as well. But that was, if you just joined us as well, that was one that we announced early on in this matchup. That 50% point decay after April 11th, or starting on April 11th, one of the two. But that's going to be the date in which, after Vegas, all pro points are going to be cut by 50%. So not really affecting the top 4 North American teams, top 2 EU and Latin America, but everybody outside of that. It gives new players and new teams and new squads a chance to really catch up and show that, hey, you know what? Kind of like at this midway point of the season, we're part of the league.
And it's important as well, because if you started off the year like wonderful, and then all of a sudden your point meta changes, you're now no longer as good, well, guess what? You have to adapt again, right? You can't just ride through life with an easy seed, especially with how long the season actually is. I'm a huge fan of that. I actually had no idea that was a thing until you said it, so yeah, shout out to everyone behind the scenes.
And I think that's good, because at a certain point we understand that it's like the rich is going to get richer, but you also want your players on the come up and people who join the circuit to like,
have
hey,
a chance.
you know what, I'm behind, but I'm not as far behind as I think I am.
Yep.
And it is players out there, even though I disagree with it. It's people out there who look at these things like, oh man, I'm so far behind in pro points, or I'm this and that, and there's no point in me playing, Now, it is people that think like that, even though my mentality is that, I don't give a damn about it, okay? And, my road is going to be a little bit difficult, next season I make up for it, but I'm fine when I'm taking a difficult road, because by next season I'm going to have some hair on my chest. We're going to be out here all well seasoned. Looking good and ready to compete early on and understand the things that we got to do. There's definitely lessons to be learned.
Definitely is. Back to this one, though. It's still Ronin with the lead. 4 rounds to 111 to 60 points in this one. Looking very good to go 5-0 up, of course. As it stands, the point lead is just so big. And with the kills going the way they are, you just don't really feel good that World Best are going to be able to come out of this round on top. And this is the exact response you want to see if you're a Ronin fan. After what happened in map number 1, what, 7-0, or 7-1 I should say, a connection issue comes through, but still, it didn't look good at all for Ronin. This is just beautiful gameplay from them.
And this is what you want to see out of them, because I gave them criticism the last time we saw them Fight Night and said that, hey, you know what? They're probably not the best team in Latin America anymore. And I think the throne is almost wide open for the taking. We've seen them with several team changes recently. You had, Exploits, now you got Monkeys on the team. And before Exploits was there, I forgot who they had. I don't know if Evolving was still on the team, but I think they've had 3 or 4 people so far during Season 2. And, oh, wow, reverse domination coming through. Okay, all right.
So, sign of life from World Best.
And that was a good job with them controlling that boom shot. We saw the pickup from the boom shot, and they made plays from it.
Can they reduce the gap even further, though? Final round of the first half. It's definitely much better to go into that second half 4-2 down than 5-1. That's for sure. But It's going to be tough because even that last round, yes, World Best won it, right? Did they look comfortable at all any point in that round? No, not really. It was very much dictated pace-wise by the boys in Ronin. And I'm sure they're kicking themselves that they've given World Best just a little bit of a lifeline. Yes, it is a small one, but a lifeline, and nevertheless, a round which realistically should have gone their way doesn't. And now can World Best string that together to get a little bit of momentum again. The big fight is going to be for Boom Shot. 20-second respawns. Realistically, the winner of this should ultimately walk away with the round.
And I'm loving the boom placement. I'm loving the nade. You know, this fight, you got all these players compacted together. A lot of smoke down. You're going to have 3 players falling from Ronin. Boom shot being picked up as well. Nades are still in play. They're going to get scooped also. So a 3-second difference in those respawns.
That can't happen. That cannot happen. You get Boom, everything's looking good, and your player with Boom gets caught out in the open. And what was a 2v4 instantly turns back in Ronin's favor. That is just phenomenal defensive play from Ronin to stay alive in this one, to back pocket the Boom as well, I believe. And that's heartbreaking for World Best. That's a round you need to win.
And this is still early on, so we're going to see Ronin. They got those kills, and now they said, hey, you know what? Since Boom is not in play, this team fight is going to start transitioning over to the neutral hill. And in the second half, the neutral hill is on a platform, so it makes it a little bit easier, and people will stick towards the top end of the map. But in this situation, it's like, all right, after that fight's done, then they're going to rotate back over to the fight that we've seen in the earlier rounds, into those power weapon respawns, which is going to be 1 minute from now.
I will say there's certain moments in games where I like to call them momentum killers.
Yeah.
Right? You see a team start to maybe make a comeback, or something starts to go their way, and the other team just kind of shoves them backwards a couple of steps, gives them a reality check real quick. That well could be one of them. However, to World's Best credit, they still have that 2-to-1 hill advantage. As I say that though, the A home neutralized. Ronin's still looking to put pressure on the map. Plus they are over here at B. The kill's going in their favor. This match may well, or I should say, this map may well be over after that.
But also, Ben, they fought back on that previous round, and you are right about that one.
I think that's just a momentum killer.
Yeah.
Guys, we got Boom. Guys, that's 3 dead. Yeah. That's 3 dead. All right, push Boom towards her. Where's Boom? Boom's dead? How did Boom die? You're dead as well? What just happened?
My bad, dog.
It's one of those. Yeah. That round's on me.
Yeah. And those happen, but let's see World's Best resilience. Let's see how they want to come back from that.
21 kills for Chaos. So I'm not wasting any time.
Yeah, Chaos, you know, he don't get no caps because he don't need none. You know, he let the rest of the team take care of that. Instead of caps, he got kills. It's either 1 or 2, caps or kills.
Just run around, pick people off. It's working right now, that is for sure. 5-1 the lead. We now head over to our second half. Everything reset on the map, of course. And back down to 10 seconds. No, home hill still where they were in the first half. It's just our mid-neutral which flips. Now down low, of course, our E hill. That's going to be Chaos fighting for it for Ronin. Team kill comes through there as well. Dezo actually killed by Advos, I believe. Second, I had a big effect on the initial fight. Still going on. He's still neutral, to be honest. Or E, I should say.
Yeah, not able to get it just yet, but now they're going to start to cap it. So, still neutral. Still tie game.
I'm not sure if they thought they capped it and tried to hop off it real quick, but no, by a split second.
They was probably taking some fire. You see a lot of crossfire coming out. World's Best is actually going to lose Crack and Crystallize. Cardi is going to fall as well. So this is almost like the situation in which we saw beforehand, but the question is, can World's Best be the momentum killer? After Ronin picking up 3 kills and having that advantage. But this is an earlier round, and the respawn timers are only going to be 10 seconds. So he will have his teammates back with him sooner than later. And we won't see too many dominations in these earlier rounds.
Yeah, and these early 10-second respawn rounds can be pretty tough.
Especially with no power weapons.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, Boom Shot, all right, maybe you do. Maybe. If things go your way and you win that opening initial, it can be very, very tough. But if you are World Best, as it stands, you have 1 weapon placement left, right? That's all you're going to have. Yes, it's great if you win out, obviously, but it's probably fair to assume with how the first half went, you are going to lose that round. Did you go for Boom again? Because it didn't really work out in their favor after the first half.
This is one of the situations where I typically say, yeah, go Boom, you know, like put the Boom down. But I'm actually saying no. I'm going to say go for the duel spawn in the card. And the reason why I say is because Ronin's going to put it down anyway. That's one, Crystallize.
At a 5-1 lead, you think they're going to put Boom down?
Yeah, Ronin will do it, 100%. You know, they took a lot of rounds with that fight. So when Ronin starts losing rounds, they'll put the boom down low, so you don't have to worry about that. But the one that could be a little problematic is the duel spawns in the trucks, you know? I think you should choose that position because it's going to be a long fight anyway.
Right. I mean, well, first off, it's Baltogs that were placed there, right? Is that your go-to again?
That's the question. You know, it depends on if that's what they want. Definitely could be.
Fair enough. Well, World's Best, again,
you gotta take this round, though.
Yeah, baby steps, right? Round by round. Looks as if that's going to be neutralized. The cap's coming through. World Best will secure this round. Simply not enough resources on the map for Ronin to stay alive. So, round by round, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps.
One at a time.
I was going to say almost. We saw a potential for a 6-0 comeback last time. Was very quickly stamped out.
We like 5-1s too.
I'll take a 5-1. You getting that feeling?
Take a 5-1.
Are you getting that feeling though?
I want to see. I want to see what a few of these weapon placements looking like first. I want to see what does World Best want to do. Are they really trying to like World Star this in the game? So Ronin deciding, what do they want to put down?
Damn.
They're gonna block up top, and I like to block up top. Reason being is just saying, hey, you know what? We want to focus this fight towards the other end of the map. We don't want anything over here that we have to worry about. Usually you will see probably teams deciding, I think a smart weapon placement for pumping station in the second half would be one of the other nades, because you're probably going to get nades on platform, either instants or frag. So you put the other up there, or you put a snipe. Reason being is that you lose plat control, you lose boom, and if the round isn't over just yet, you're going to have somebody rotate towards that side, get the snipe, and actually try to make some plays happen.
Well, Ronin clearly unhappy with how the last round went. Almost wanted to just replay it, right? Leave the map as is. And the initial, once again, in their favor. They should be good to cap the E-Hill. Still, with the resources favorable to the Ronin squad. Can they push over? Apply a little bit more pressure. It looks as if they're going to have to wait. Get another wave of kills before they have the license to push here. They don't want to overextend too far because, of course, we've seen many, many times games of Gears of War flip on their head. This is an important round here for Ronin. Just, again, stop that World Best momentum.
Let's see what they can do. On board with critical. He's gonna get a critical hit on Chaos. Now looking to push through adverse. He's gonna be backing down, looking to regroup with the team. Flat control is gonna be in favor of Worldsbestgaming. Looking to get their third round. Looking to, you got one member from Ronin, and he's gonna be hiding his Desert Knight, able to get that kill. He knows somebody's gonna push up on the back end, but his teammate is gonna respawn, able to watch that, looking to regroup with the rest of the team. He sees another kill, but the Lancer comes out and he runs into some stopping power. He's gonna end up having to back up, but still,
Ronin needs to be careful. Ronin needs to be so careful. They lose a man off the very initial of the fight, which was critical that came in and got the pick. But as soon as they lost that man, everyone tracked back towards their home hill, with realistically no one else in any kind of good map positioning, I should say. It works out in their favor this time.
But you're gonna say overextend.
Yeah, well, do something. Anything other than what just happened would have been a little bit better. Yes, they win the team fight, and they get away with it. Crack now trying to be a nuisance. He springs into life on E. That's a very well played fight for him in terms of positioning. Jumps in, neutralizes the E hill, and that's going to stop any further lead going in the favor of Ronin, or any further reduction of the lead, I should say, going in their favor. They jump on the E hill again. The kills in their favor. World Best, man. This is very possible.
You know, one thing a lot of players need to understand too as well is that when your team is being threatened by domination, sometimes it's not best to go back to your home hill.
Yes, exactly that.
You know, sometimes it's, hey, I just need to make it to my opponent's hill as fast as possible because I got all these players on my home hill. You get to their home hill and cap it, you automatically take all the pressure, and I mean, you take at least 80%, 60% of the pressure off of your own home hill, because now those players is like, yo, we can't keep fighting this fight. We can't die here. We lost our home. They need to back up and regain control over the map.
And it goes even deeper than that, because even if there's a player coming off spawn from the other team as you push their home hill, you have a 1v1. That's a lot better than fighting a potential 3v2 or even a 3v1 if you're late to that fight. It's much better to play the percentages, right? That's what esports is basically about in any esport. You play the high percentage chance, you have the best likelihood of winning a round or winning a certain situation. Obviously, there's micro decisions like that and macro decisions within this game specifically, and that's just one example, of course, of one of those micros really coming out, and you have to make those decisions. But World Best, I don't want to see it get scary for Ronin. It gets scary for Ronin if they win this round. That's when I get that big red button that says panic, and I start smashing that on my desk. I'm like, guys, come on, let's close this out. Close this out now. Come on, boys, close it out now.
I said that if World's Best had to make a decision, it would be on the dual spawns on the trucks.
But this is still Ronin, though.
This is still Ronin. So Ronin is making all the other placements for him. They're going to go to platform. Ronin's going to see if they can end this without the boom.
Here's what's scary, though. They're not doing anything, which makes you think, let's go for the throw.
My thing
you were winning. There was 3 rounds with Boom Shot was down in the first half. You won 2 of them. The 3rd round you threw away. You threw it away. You were in control the entire time. Why not mimic the exact same fight you had?
At least get to it as soon as possible, right? It's like they're playing with their food. That's the best analogy I can give you.
The problem is, you play with your food too long, it goes to mush, and then what happens? It gets nasty. You don't want to play nasty in your mouth like that. That's when World Best will take this.
Unless you about that life, but you know, I don't want to.
I ain't about that life.
I ain't either.
You gotta go for the kill. You can't here if you're Ronin. World Best again, looking to do more damage. There's 2 for Crystallize. A good start to the round. Can they find more though?
Oh, he wants that back A. He's gonna roll back. Gonna get the angle in the brick with the assist as well. Now can he move to this platform? He doesn't know the 2 big restores left.
Oh, just delay.
Oh, I think he's gonna win both this fight. Well, that's one.
There's one.
Look at him. He's got this, Ben. I got a feeling.
It's the young gun.
Whoop. Oh,
monkeys.
Full red.
Woo.
Manages to come out on top.
Big fight for that young man. Of course,
Good to go.
you mentioned it. A lot of the community really starting to say, hey, this guy could be the real deal here. And it's key moments like that. Not letting yourself get 2v1, making sure you come out on top of that fight.
And he picked up a kill on the lower side of the platform, so he actually got the 2v1 instead of Cardia. And keeping that neutral hill in favor of his team. So now World's Best grouping up, looking to put some pressure. Now no power weapons are in pit just yet. But if you notice, they're playing it like it is power weapons in pit. Now, this is them kind of clearing out the map a little bit, but they could have more pressure kind of towards the baby stairs and on this other end of the map. You know, they can approach this platform from a different angle. So where they're fighting, we call this the baby stairs, all right? Little small stairs. Long-term call out, don't ask who came up with it, I don't know. But, you know, you kind of push from these lower stairs onto the platform rather than taking that fight out wide, because it's not like you're waiting for a power weapon to come up, you know? Yeah. So you have that option from choosing a different point of attack.
Of course, the only thing on the map right now is the instant, right? Which is
on the platform.
Yeah. But as it stands, still favor World's Best Gaming. 2-1 hill advantage, 121 to 108. 4 go down. I said this was a crucial round for Ronin to win. Strip cap domination potential, adverse, full red. Didn't really have time to OE to E. Goes down anyway. Teammate does touch the hill. He's going to be cleaned up. Will his teammate Monkeys get shut down as well? Looks that way. Meat shield comes through. Trip cap domination comes through as well. World Best, they were down, by no means out. Close the gap to 5-4. If I'm Ronin, I don't even need the full 30.
It's an insta-lock, right?
I say it all the time, take time to use that weapon, but hell no, boom, insta-go.
Insta-lock.
Don't be messing around now.
If they go for the dual spawns, I'd be very surprised.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
There we go.
You could honestly make the argument that was 1 round too late. You can make the argument that was 2 rounds too late. But either way, Ronin had pretty good success. 66% rounds won when Boom was at the bottom of the map there in the first half. Quick and they had that fight. I got you, boo. Should have been 100% if they hadn't thrown away that round. The only difference maker here could be World's Best with a little bit of momentum, a little bit of belief in the comeback. Can they drag it out with Boom on the map?
On board with Dezo. Looking to get some early shots in. You see a lot of smokes from both teams. You know, one thing that you got to make good key on, Ben, is getting those marks early on. Dezo made a big boy decision to go to the plat and get a flank in, but the boom shot is going to be in World's Best hands. He's being cautious with it. He's debating if he had to shoot that one, but they are going to be able to get 2 kills. He gets caught with the hot hands. Mr. Incense himself, Detonite, going 2 for 2, looking for the boom. You know, making sure not to do any self-harm to himself, and now he's going to be able to pick up this boom shot at the right time.
And that was so unfortunate for World Best, right? They grabbed the boom, but the problem was there were so many 1v1 fights close in proximity to the boom. He didn't know whether, do I fire the boom? Do I pull out my shotgun and help? And ultimately we did nothing. And I think that's one of the worst things you can do in that situation.
He took too much time. As soon as he, you know, the first boom shot, he looked right. As soon as he looked right and he processed, one of their guys, 2 of my teammates, he's panicking. This isn't where I shoot my first shot.
Right.
Then at that point, I would have fired a boom on platform picked up a kill with some splash damage because you knew it was one guy firing off on that mid pillar in the hill. And, you know, you just kind of go from there and try to clear out that platform with a boom shot. But he secured the kill for his teammate, but it was a one that he did not need to shoot.
What a surprise. Ronin win the round when Boom is down bottom in pit. Who would have thought? Strange, right?
Sometimes, you know, people play a little bit, sometimes teams play a little bit too cautious, but now World's Best. Let's see. Are you going to go for the duel spawns? Because this was the one. Now they kind of have to. So it's not like they have few options. And yes, I like this. Yo, go double snipes on it. Really gives yourself some plays to be made. I'm just curious on who's picking it up for both teams. Who's the designated sniper? The designated long shot holder. The wielder of justice. Head popping, cracking, pop a long shot. Who is it? It's going to be Mello and Sleeper. And Mello's, ooh, he had the first peek. So the one thing is about sniping.
Build up to that ever.
One thing about sniping, I would tell you this: if you are able to ADS before your opponent, aim down sights. If you get into that scope and that zoom, you stay there. Stay in your scope and stay in your zoom, because now you're controlling the skies at that point. He has to peek you.
Yep.
And he's gonna be able to know by that little flash on your gun that you're peeking him. Oh, that
was a hell of a shot. Shame it was a teammate, right?
Yeah, right. But you just keep ADSing, and you pretty much you control that sight line, and you force him to make a difficult shot. Do not come out of ADS, because you know exactly where the sniper is, and he's the only person that can kill you. So you hold that.
Well, that's a Guy Blaze pro tip with a sniper rifle. Here's a Benson pro tip with a sniper rifle.
Here we go.
Don't kill your teammate. Tends to help, especially in higher respawn.
Both will make you a better player by at least 40%.
Oh, dear me. As it stands, the round still close one at that. 2-1.
But you see, but this is also the effect of long shots as well, of how it slowed down his game. Ronin controlling boom shot and snipes, but they haven't had no quick rounds. Like, this whole thing came down to a standstill at a certain point, and now Ronin's losing players.
Yeah, falling like dominoes, but there the boom comes through. When you have that in your back pocket, it's almost like a safety card, a get out of jail free card, if you will. Sleeper, he wins a crucial 1v1 on Crystallize, picks up his teammate as well. There's a sniper rifle to the chest, but stays alive, lives for another few moments, tries to get a pick of his own.
That was risky.
And now there's actually 2 more snipers here on the map, so 4 total.
Yep, going to be picked up by Desinide and Crack are going to pick those up. So now we got 4 snipers on the map, and this is actually going to slow down even a little bit more. But the question is, with these snipers, who's going to be able to control the boom shot? Maybe it'd be the team with Instant.
The bigger issue here is for World Best is you got to go. You're running out of time. Ronin
knows it too.
They're at map point, right? 172, and you have sniper. You have 2 sniper rifles. As long as you're hitting your shots, you can back up a little bit. Let one player be aggressive. Let one player be sneaky.
And they're picking up the kills as well, folks. I think we're going to go into game 3. Ronin, that team kill may have been a blessing for him, because after the team kill, they said, hey, let's just slow down the snap a little bit, you know? Let's calm down. We got booms. We had an accident with the team kill. We got booms. We got an instant. We got a sniper. It's nothing World's Best can do to us.
80% of the rounds, Boom was bottom. They win. Just saying. Sometimes I feel like people get a little afraid of putting something big down, which, you know, rightfully so, as things can go wrong. But when things statistically are going your way, you have to, as a player, kind of feel it, right? You feel the energy of the room, if you will. You know, all right, when Boom's down, we're winning these rounds. Let's just mimic that fight. That game could have been a lot more comfortable, a little easier if their first weapon placement, they said, why put the block up top? Why waste time?
Why even bother? Right?
Let's keep the exact same pace, the exact same momentum, because the first round and second half was over relatively quick. You could have just put the boom straight down and finished it, just going straight for the throat there. And then instead, you kind of see how things can spiral a little bit out of control. A little bit of a comeback comes through. Luckily, though, they are able to finally win a round.
As we said, they gave him a breath, so to speak.
A lifeline.
Yeah, a lifeline. You gotta in the game when you can. You know, you gotta take your advantages. Yep. When you see those weaknesses in your opponent that we're winning this fight, don't give them that comeback. Don't give them that momentum. Don't give them that confidence, because as soon as you do that, that's how you start losing games.
Exactly that. Now we're all tied up in our Latin American 2K final, 1-1. So what was map 3 again?
Reclaimed.
Reclaimed. So who walks away victorious on Reclaimed?
Ooh, you know what? I think World's Best wins it this week.
You're saying World Best? Why? What makes you say World Best?
I just feel like Reclaimed is going to be... I thought last map was lift, not reclaim.
That
does kind of change it up a little bit. Now I feel like if it was reclaimed, I feel like it would be world's best.
It ain't no.
Reclaimed.
It's lift. We're on lift. Who wins? See if you still got it.
Lift is. Oh, lift is going. Lift is go. Well, I'm just gonna go world's best still.
World best? You going world best?
I'm gonna go world's best still. I'm gonna go world's best. I think this is gonna be a good one. This is it's gonna be a big fight, but it's gonna come down to who is better at wielding those secondary weapons. Because it's gonna come down to the game room in which we call them those two spawns. Whoever's gonna be wielding those secondary weapons very well, rather if it's hammer bursts, botox, snipers, whatever these teams decide, that's going to have a big impact, especially in the first half, because a lot of teams like to play for those home hills a lot. So we're going to see who's going to be dominant controlling that. On the other half of the map, you're going to be having to fight for that power weapon. We might see an M-bar get placed there. Now, you know, you're going to have chaos over there with the rest of the boys fighting for that. But lift is a little different. It's a little bit different flow. It's going to come down lots of rotations as well. And we'll see if Ronin, you know, actually has the momentum that they need. I consider this dead even. It is dead even. It's 1-1. You know, forget whatever happened in map number 1. You know, that last map we started to see comebacks happen. But world's best. I think they edged this one out.
All right, guys, going world best. Of course, series currently tied 1-1. Still one more map on lift to decide who's your Latin American 2K champions this evening. But still plenty of action to come later on Fight Night. Of course, Guy has 2 more announcements, which he won't tell me what they are, despite me nagging. And
you know we got to keep y'all around a little bit longer.
And poking. Then, of course, the North American 2K final, Up to Gaming versus Echo Fox. Can Echo Fox go back-to-back 2K champs? Well, we will see. Excited for that one. A good old-fashioned battle of titans here in North America to close out the evening. But of course, before that, we must find out who our Latin American champ will be. Map 3 between Ronin and World Best is on lift.
All right, let's see who we want to kick this one off with.
You decide, Guy.
It's been a good one so far. You know, I'm all about that front spawn. I'm always about the front spawns because you know I want to see how this maintenance fight kind of turns out early on, you know, and Monkeys has been a new guy, so you're going to be having Crack, and that's, you know, Crack and Chaos are going to be the front spawns respectively for both teams. They're going to be fighting for whatever power weapon falls on top of the platform, and Crack's duo on this side is going to be with Critical, and Chaos is going to have his long-term duo Designate.
Well, you can see experience and time wins round number 1, right? Exactly how your teammate's going to play, definitely going to help out. We'll see if that could propel to an early lead for Ronin, 2-1 hill advantage. I was going to ask,
but this is the transition on the other side of the map. This is the different 2v2. Both teams are going to have a floater. It kind of goes back and forth. Your first off, you're going to be supporting the maintenance fight, and then if that doesn't work out, you're going to cut, you know, between those stairs and get back to the deck and help that push. And even though they lost that opening fight, you still got world's best controlling both home hill setup A and C.
How have you found Monkeys for a Fight Night debut?
Yeah, all right.
Consistent?
Yeah, consistent. You know,
probably the best word, right? Hasn't done anything overly flashy.
Yeah, right. Not the super spectacular.
Clutched up that last map in that kind of 1v2 that he was kind of left in.
But it's a team game, and what you want to know out of him, you want to just make sure that he can take the fights that he needs to.
Right.
You want to know that, you know, if he needs to wield power weapons, he can. But also more importantly, just how he flows with the team. The chemistry is everything.
Yep. I agree. And he hasn't been well started, so that's always good, right?
That's always true. You know,
ain't no viral clips of your teammate on Twitter.
You don't want to get embarrassed on Fight Night.
There ain't nothing more demoralizing than that. Let me tell you.
Fight Night can make or break you.
It really can. It really can. Now Ronin looking to lock in the trip cap. Dezo's still there, ready and waiting.
I will say this though, so far Exploits had a better debut.
Damn.
You know? Exploits, you know, you remember he went big on his map and saved them, and they got the reverse sweep? That was dope. Alright? But he still has plenty of time to do something just as cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll see if he's able to produce the goods when asked upon from his team. Still looking at Mellow now from World Best. Has to get a defensive kill. Trip cap coming through. Not gonna find it. I believe, being locked in. See, of course, broken it in front of your eyes. Again, Ronin applying so much pressure here for this home hill, but yet still unable to actually capitalize and get that trip cap.
Nah, they just cannot do it. And you gotta love the resilience out of World's Best. I was gonna say at some point, Ronin has to find an opportunity to stop fighting and just kind of hold the map control. But I think they played it well, and they're gonna take some top half advantage, making sure they can lock down their home hill, and that doesn't get taken and crystallized. You can kind of tell in his shots that he was trying to get like a one shot. But maybe he did have enough time because he knew that the round was lost at that point. Yeah. It's gone.
207. Hey, is it gonna tick? Nope, not gonna happen. Let me tell you the difference maker there for Ronin, and the reason that it seemed like they were aggressive for so long. They had World's Best kind of pinned in their base. Normally in those fights, you kind of see it go one of two ways. It either lasts long like that, or you get a team that gets completely wiped. The reason that lasted so long was there was never really a full team wipe on either side. You had a couple of players traded, and by the time they were back alive in the 10-second respawn, they'd rejoin the fight again. And it just prolonged that fight so long. Players from both teams just kind of playing passive, trying to make sure they could stay alive.
And the team who is closest to their home hill, and whose home hill is under assault, which in that moment was World's Best, is probably going to edge them out and come out on top. And that's why Ronin had to understand that, we lost them in, we just got to kind of back up. Because we're gonna spawn up at the same time, but they're gonna make it to this fight location quicker than we are.
You would hope so,
right?
They are closer to the hill. Something's going dreadfully wrong if they take a different route than one closest to the hill. This is how it starts, though. It's Ronin that win round 1. Chaos on your screens here for the start of round 2. Where we have similar success to what we saw in round 1, this 2v2 fight. Chaos springs into life. He's going to find a first. There's one. Crack falls. Able still alive, however.
Maybe this is one of those prime opportunities where it comes down to just mainly leadership.
Chaos is going to get pinched. Be careful. And there's a counter pinch come through Chaos. Instinct to the call out from Dezo. That can't happen.
That veteran shit right there coming out on top. And that was just a duel, Dezo and Chaos got more reps on that side of the map than these guys from World's Best.
It was a pinch, which was countered with another pinch from Ronin, and it falls in their favor. Still World's Best alive in round number 2, but the question for how long. They make their way over towards the Sea Hill, trying to put pressure. Any amount of pressure here on the map is good for World's Best. Ronin looks delightful at the start of map 3.
Alright, let's see. You see World's Best looking to even the odds 1-1. What you got critical. He's gonna be in position. You see the team fight. Crystallize gonna join the fight. Chaos hops over the top, trying to get some kills. Chaos is gonna fall as well. The B hill is gonna start to tick up, but Crack Cardia to get another one. Can they hold off on Adverse? Can the domination come through? You hear, folks, can Adverse stay alive? He's trapped between 4 people, but that should do it. And World's Best should tie this up 1-1, and they will.
They most definitely will. A few moments there where potentially you could have seen someone from Ronin go absolutely massive for the squad, but ultimately the task was too much. And World's Best even things out. Chaos with 10 kills already, just 2 rounds in. A wonderful start for him, and you kind of mentioned it, right? Just the overall amount of experience you have with a teammate playing at a certain spot really does come out and really help out.
It really does. It's just, just make sure you always have somebody to have your back. You see Chaos, 10 kills. Next person on leaderboard is going to be that home hill player, Adverse. He's not going to have any kills yet so far, but hey, it's only been 2 rounds so far. World's Best 1, Ronin 1. Tied up.
Now, once again, start of the round. We will get the early control and apply a little bit more pressure on the map. It was a good response from World's Best, a much needed response from World's Best as well that last round, but already headshots flying through. Critical Nembar in his hand. Unfortunately, Dezo pushes straight away, and he is not going to allow Critical to do any damage with the Embar.
Nah, he's not. I was going to say, the fight was won, in that moment, but you still see this platform control. Going to go in favor of Chaos and Dezonite, and Chaos doesn't know what's really good. The neutral hill in favor of Ronin, but so far, Worldsbestgaming, with the home hill setup, they've been very, very aggressive with it. It's almost like their trump card. If World's Best can just win this opening initial against Dezonite and Chaos, they'd be in a good spot.
Definitely.
But you know, sometimes it takes a few rounds. You know, you're making small adjustments here and there.
I agree to an extent, but I feel like when you're going up against like a duo who you've seen play that time and time again for X amount of time, you should already know what to expect to that fight, right? You should have rehearsed it in your head countless times. You've played against them before. It's not like it's the first time you ever played against them. You know what they're going to do. You should already have in your mind a couple of those adjustments to make straight away. As soon as round 1 doesn't go your favor, you should already be thinking about that adjustment in round 2.
Yes, we really should be. Now, on board with Crystallize, he's looking to, he sees 2 more targets, he sees his teammates following on the other end of the map, but he's going to be keeping the pressure on now as all these Ronin members starting to come off and respawn. They're going to be having to run through his bullets as well, and this is him on top of Ronin's home hill as well. So he's just going to chill here in this position, you know, pick up some extra ammo, hold it down, you know, making sure he kind of keeps that bolt cock locked and loaded. And so now, let's see.
The lead is pretty vast at this point as well for World's Best. 60 points, still 2-to-1 hill advantage in their favor. You'd hate to see it go wrong here for World's Best, but I believe Ronin need to get their hands on the M-bar again.
Oh my god, shot grenades.
Up top. Nazo looking now to make the play. Moving towards A. Shots from afar. Teammate does the damage. Chaos, no pressure, pal, but if there was ever a time to start hitting shots from an M-bar, it'd be right here, right now, and that's a good start. There's one. Can he find the double? Instantly pulls out the shotty. Oh. Mellow, take a seat, my son. He falls down and out. Chaos' 13th kill. Trip cap domination now being knocked in by Ronin just in the nick of time.
Crack, what you going? Oh, he falls. Wow, at
What
209.
What a play from Chaos.
And that's what you need out of your main Slayer. Oh, that's what you need out of him. And now what is he at? He's
13.
at 13 kills now? Okay.
Feels bad, man. Really does. One player just makes a play like that.
Ooh.
World's Best. Nothing they can do.
I haven't seen Enforcers in a while. That was a calculated placement. You know how I know? Because just the quickness of it.
The speed.
Yeah, just the speed. It was like, y'all just put Enforcers down low real quick. All right, let's see what we're gonna get out of this one.
I like it. Sometimes, you know, if you already have that game plan, go straight for it. Other times, as we talked about, take that full time, right? Really utilize that time to come up and formulate as many plans as you possibly can. But in that situation, of course, they just drop it, instantly lock it in. Advantage already in favor of Ronin. Mellow goes down for World Best. And Crack tries to turn the tide there, but I mean, I'd do the same damn thing about Chaos. The hell you pushing me for like that? Put some respect on my name, man. He has 14 kills, and you're gonna randomly head down like that? Hell nah, get beat down. Get beat down. Don't cut away. I want to see Crack get his ass beat.
Yeah, this is on 16-second respawn rounds as well.
What was the game plan there?
But that's confidence too at the same time. Like when you do a full execution like that and you just jamming your Y button, you just that's like the confidence. It's like, man, I know my team got this. I ain't even worried about it. I'm just gonna worry about it. It's me and you right now. We're about to have a one-on-one conversation. Don't worry about your teammates.
What the hell was that push?
They was playing a different game.
Tell you, Chaos is light years ahead in his positional fight here on game 3.
But that's the beauty, though.
Light years.
I would tell you one thing. That's the big beauty. That's the beauty about having a duo playing a spot consistently over so long. You know, you develop that dominance. Like, it comes down to the little things of when you see a smoke land somewhere, so it's like, oh, yo, his smoke's bad. Let's go grab this. I'm quick picking, you know? You got chemistry with this guy. It could be that, you know, you peep out the corner of your eye. You're a step or two ahead of this guy. And it's like, yo, man, I can get position, you know? I can get this extra up A that's going to put me in a more advantageous spot to get a good shot off on him. It's the little things like that. And Mello said, like, hey, he had a good jump. He was trying to get a good shot in, but he's going to try to stay committed to that one. But
they're getting bullied.
Dezo wasn't having it.
They're getting absolutely bullied. That's the only way you can really explain.
So both teams sent their front spawns to the other side of the map because they had to play for the drop shot that got placed. So the second spawns, who don't usually kind of push on that platform as aggressively, had to fight for that M-bar.
Still running the workout with power weapon control.
Dezo should be, standing on the top of the hill trying to shoot through here.
Easy kill. Oh, Dezo!
Come on, man. We expect more of you. But no, that, you know, it happens sometimes, especially like if you don't have to flow down to the M-bar, and it just happens that way. I'm pretty sure he'll make up for it.
That's a big thing to make up for right there.
Well, as soon as he got that M bar, he should have hopped on that B hill a lot quicker than what he did.
It just applies pressure,
because
right?
no, yeah, it's watch drop shot, cat B hill at the same time. You know, those are your next two moves because you should already know the call out should already have been made that it is a 4v4 fight on top of his deck.
2-to-1 hill advantage in favor of Ronin as they look to just nullify the early world best lead. It's around about 5 points. It will be reduced very, very quickly. Problem, of course, world best, they do have their hands on that drop shot now. It basically just comes down to when and where. There's the first. Crack shuts down Chaos. That's a big kill as well based on just Chaos' individual performance so far. However, there's the M-bar rattling back.
Looking for another one, the drop shot. I don't know how many drop. I see Crack getting him kills with the drop shot. I don't know how many more he has, but he does fall. So whatever drop shots was there has been backpacked if there was any.
Good response from World Best. Cartier with a pick, but Chaos responds instantly, and Ronin now starting to build a lead of their own. Just about 15 points, and still 2-to-1 hill advantage. World Best, they have to formulate a plan here, guy, and they need to do so relatively quickly.
New M-bar is up as well, but they're not going to be in position to grab the rest of it. And I think Dezo has already grabbed the ammo of it. Yes, he has.
There is Dezo with the M-bar. Again, just deflecting any pressure from World Best over towards that A hill. It's neutral and still favorable here for Ronin. And there's one that's critical that goes down, instantly turns.
Ooh, I was about to say, where did he get shot from?
Teammates?
I was about to say, yeah,
Like,
this guy
what?
should not be able to shoot Dezo in the back the way he is.
He has his back to 3 of Dezo's teammates, and Dezo's actually gonna fall. I would be fuming if I was
Especially
Dezo.
if they don't win this round. Like,
oh no. Dezo has a right to be so angry.
you got a whole right to be pissed because this guy was literally like curving shots around his corner. Oh, just bullying him. Like he was on a mission. He was like, yeah, you killed my teammates. You had the rotation.
Dude, I tell you what, that happens to me, you're gonna hear about that for the next week.
Cause you petty, that's why.
Hell yeah, I am.
Petty as hell.
Tell me this guy has his back to 3 of you and you can't hit him? The hell are you doing? And then you let him clean up the kill too?
Yo, Benson, and I'm not lying when I say it, Benson really is one. But that's crazy because I am too.
Exactly.
I'm super petty.
Yep.
I didn't realize it, but I am really very, very petty. I just, you know.
That just, it bugs me. Things like that will bug me. And Dezo, I'm with you, pal. You have every right to be annoyed about
That's why, like, when me and Benson are in arguments with each other,
it's the worst, dude.
It's literally like the worst thing ever because we're both being petty.
It will last a while.
It literally has, yeah.
Ronin, 4-1 lead though. World Best, really, no response to anything Ronin have been able to do here. And pretty disappointing to see in this game 3, but for Ronin, of course, I'm sure they'll be ecstatic, as will the Ronin fans out there. Once again, drop shot picked up. Nice pick there from Monkeys. That's Crack that goes down, and Ronin now with license to push. Monkeys with the double crystallized falls in this round. Well, this is over.
He should have at least one more. M-bar will get picked up at Mellow. He needs to see if he can at least secure the B hill.
Chaos like, yo, tap up, bro. I got places to be, people to see. There's the critical who instantly falls as well.
Oh, Chaos is in form.
Oh, I love it, Chaos. When
Chaos,
Chaos is like this, dude, I would say he's one of the most electrifying players in all of Gears of War.
He is, you know. It reminds me of the good old days when him and Dennis was on the same team together.
Yeah.
I still think that, you know, if Dennis would have stayed with them.
You think?
Yeah, man.
They had a great Paris event, didn't they?
Bro, Dennis, like, especially Dennis now, Dennis, Chaos, Dezo.
But here's the thing. I think Dennis being in North America has, like, people can say, oh, he's so good, he's so good, he's so good, he's great, he's great, he's great. I think the experience he's picked up in North America is so valuable to him as an individual player.
True.
That if you ever did go back and, you know, you saw him team with Chaos again, I think it's almost like that team would have evolved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It'd make them,
it makes them so much better. I think it was so valuable. I mean, you've seen Dennis as a player get better. You've seen him improve.
Yeah, because
there's so much benefit to what he's been able to do here in North America.
Like, I would honestly go Sleeper, Adverse, Designite, Chaos, Dennis, and I think that would be just a sick roster.
Oh well, get chills just thinking about it.
That's really good. Right,
not that we condone teaching.
Oh, we don't condone that. Yeah, whoa.
But if there ever was.
Yeah.
If there ever was.
There ever was.
That would be the good team. right there. Roninhq, of course, now just 2 rounds away from walking away as your Latin American 2K champs. And if I'm brutally honest, which, hell, I will be.
What?
Map 3 has been cruise control. They've not been challenged at all.
It has been cruise control, and the whole reason why I even brought up that team change anyway in the first place is the fact is that I feel like the Latin American region has enough talented players to win events. You know? It's enough skill for them to legitimately, like, be a dominant team, you know? It just comes down to confidence and experience and having an open mind to changing your playstyles if need be. But you know, quick shout outs. I want to say that's Adverts and Cardia, both with 12 kilos and 12 downs.
If Optic Gaming wasn't a thing, I would agree with you.
But you just gotta see, like, if we gonna really compare everybody to Optic, then we just we lose out on a whole bunch of conversations at times.
Best team in the game. What are you gonna do?
What,
To win an event, 99.9% of the time,
so
you're
what?
gonna have
So,
to be Optic Gaming to do
so
so. Right?
okay, so
is that fair to
that's
say?
true. Yeah, that's true. You know, what you want me to say? Contend for a top 2 spot? They can, you know, they can.
I would love to see Latin America win.
I think they could be a multiple grand final.
I agree with that.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think they could be a multiple grand final.
The key for them, I think you just nailed it, is confidence. As a region, it is confidence. You only need someone to do it once, right? If anyone can do it, just someone does it one time. It doesn't just give you hope; it gives everyone hope, right?
Bro, like Fable literally gave European
gave
European region like
a dream,
mad confidence.
Exactly. And it's not like they won an event. They walked out of that map saying, "Damn, we really should have won that." You know,
man.
But they gave their region so much hope. A beacon of light, if you will, is well, he gave him a beacon, but it certainly definitely wasn't of light.
Fable came into Mexico City like the NBA Dream Team went to the Olympics.
But here's the key: you gotta replicate, you gotta duplicate. It's all good saying, "Well, we played well last event." Who the hell cares? You win? No? Great, cool. Same thing that happened in Paris, right? The Slice Squad. They came, they almost conquered. But what happened next?
Yeah, it was a complete, they just disappeared.
Exactly. You can't do that. It has to be a consistent basis. And you want consistency. Well, Roninhq just gave you a mass class in game 3.
And I think it was more of a bracket. You know, it was a bracket thing. It was a bracket run. You know, they had you know, things worked out in their favor in Paris. We haven't seen the same dominant roster since.
Oh, there's more good teams too. Bear that in mind.
That's true.
Now more so than ever. But congratulations to Roninhq. They will be your Latin America 2K champs, and that was just convincing.
It was. That last map